Welcome to Anime
They did
Affinity.
say that looks could be deceiving.
He brought my hands to the ground! A brat like that!
They will be taking a look at the top 10 anime characters that look weak but are actually pretty strong. These characters all have an appearance that hides their overpowered abilities until it's too late. Whether it be possessing an innocent childlike face or being built like an actual yellow octopus, these anime characters are the last thing you would ever want as an opponent. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s, and without further ado, let's get right into the list. Number 10, Kid Gilgamesh, Fate Callide Liner, Prisma Aelia.
Let's you and I reenact a battle of legend!
The King of Heroes makes it to 10th place on this list, but in child form. Despite having a power split with Angelica, leaving him with very limited access to the Gate of Babylon, Gil still retains the same level of epicness that we all love from him. This younger version of Gil also has the complete opposite personality in comparison to his older self, but the resemblance can be seen when you make him angry. It's also noteworthy to mention that this version of Gil is still easily capable of stealing Elia's heart, if you know what I mean. Number 9, Aladdin, Magi the Labyrinth of Magic. Due to being born as one of the 4 Magi in the current era, Aladdin is incredibly powerful. Magi have an unlimited amount of Magoi due to being able to control Ruh, the very generators of Magoi, which in turn allows them to unleash attacks at unmatchable strength and complexity. However, when push comes to shove, Aladdin won't hesitate to use physical combat. He was easily able to take out the Holim Empire in the Magnostat War Arc, which had users of household vessels mixed in with the soldiers. Not only that, he managed to do it without taking the life of a single person. Aladdin is truly a character that looks weak but is incredibly strong.
If you like our content, please subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit the bell notification for future videos. Now let's get back to our list.
Number 8, Meliodas, 7 Deadly Sins. Don't let his childlike appearance fool you. Meliodas is much more than 3,000 years old due to his demon origins. Like all members of the demon clan, he's capable of manifesting their mysterious power of darkness. Meliodas' inherent ability is called Full Counter, an ability that allows him to deflect all magic-based attacks, making him ridiculously overpowered. This in combination with the Sacred Treasure Lost Vein, which allows him to create 4 clones of himself, proves to be a deadly combo. Some of his most impressive feats include single-handedly overwhelming both the Giant and Fairy King simultaneously, catching and throwing back the spear of the once overpowered villain Gilthunder, and now more famously beating down a daytime form Escanor before he uses the One. Number 7, Bel Cranal, Danmachi. Because of his white hair, red eyes, and young face, Bel has been compared to a rabbit numerous times throughout the show and is said to be quite cute by the majority of the female characters. What sets Bel apart from the rest is his unhindered ability to grow his stats at a rapid rate. We later find out that this is actually a result of one of his abilities that allow him to develop his stats at a swift rate, proportional to his motivation. A couple of other abilities that Bel possesses are Fireball, a no-chant fire-based spell, and Argonaut, a charge-based buff that he can use to increase the strength of Fireball or his own physical abilities. Number 6, Akihito Kanabara, Beyond the Boundary.
いきなりどういう結論に達した？お前も乗っかるな。
Born as a half-human, half-Yomu hybrid, Akihito gained his father's immortality. Despite this, Akihito managed to live a pretty normal life up until Mira spent a week trying to stab him to death. She just wouldn't understand the whole immortality thing. When Akihito's body is terribly injured, his Yomu ability Beyond the Boundary shrouds his body in green and black flames, causing him to transform into an unstable creature. This unstable state makes him extremely overpowered, but more difficult to contain. He can create fire at will that can easily penetrate strong force fields and cause destruction to all in his unruly path. Number 5. Mob Psycho 100.
He brought my hands to the ground! A brat like that!
Due to being born a powerful Esper, Mob decided from a young age to suppress his emotions so that his abilities don't run wild. In order to learn to better manage his powers, Mob enlisted himself under the wing of Reagan, a con artist who claims to be an Esper himself. Mob wants to live a normal life just like those around him, but he always winds up in situations that require him to use his abilities. The suppression that Mob forced upon himself makes him only capable of taking so much of one emotion before it hits 100%. When that happens, he gains an enormous power boost, activating his dormant abilities. Number 4. Asta, Black Clover.
今こいつを倒す。
Say what you want about Black Clover as an animated show, but Asta is pretty strong. Being both small and monolith, Asta is usually thought of as powerless and weak. Little do most of his opponents know, Asta has trained his body to compensate for his flaws and actually possesses an anti-magic grimoire. This loudmouth pipsqueak definitely knows how to fight against any one of his opponents, and if he doesn't, he isn't lacking in the intelligence department either. Throughout the show, Asta has gained 3 anti-magic swords and is able to take control of the powers of the demon that reside within his grimoire, further boosting his physical abilities and spatial awareness. Number 3. Tatsumaki, One Punch Man. Terrible Tornado takes 3rd place on this list, and for good reason. While she doesn't compare to the likes of Saitama in fighting ability, she can definitely hold her own against villains. Tatsumaki is an Esper and the current number 2 ranked hero. Because of her childlike appearance, Tatsumaki is commonly thought of as a child. She also has low tolerance when it comes to insulting her childlike appearance, a mistake that Genosis quickly finds out.
ぶちのめすぞ。いいぞいいぞ。
許せないガキだなって。私はあんたより年上よ。
ジェノス。
One of her most notable feats is effortlessly lifting hundreds of broken rubble and using them to destroy Boros' ship.
破壊されてるんだよ。マジかよやば。この星の文明なめて。
Number 2. Koro Sensei, Assassination Classroom.
Now, you'll notice he's incredibly fast. And for some reason, he likes grooming eyebrows. Immaculately!
Our runner-up on this list is everyone's favorite yellow octopus. Despite his appearance, Koro Sensei is easily one of the most overpowered characters in Assassination Classroom. He has unmatched regenerative abilities, and his most notable ability is speed. Koro Sensei is so fast that he can easily reach speeds of Mach 20 and is basically responsible for the destruction of the moon.
Enough shaved ice for all of us.
Are the children opening their hearts to me at last? Such beaming smiles! Such little savages!
From his looks alone, I am more than positive that you would have never anticipated his Mach 20 speed. To add to his bucket list, Koro Sensei stated that if he was not killed within the span of a year, he would destroy Earth next.
You dropped An anti-me blade works just as well on your tentacles as they do mine.
Number 1. Gone Freeze, Hunter x Hunter. The first place entry on this list should have honestly not come to a surprise to anyone. Well, if you've seen Hunter x Hunter, that is. Gon is as stubborn as they come. When he sets his mind to something, he will see it through to the end. He has shown time and time again that when it comes to facing off against powerful opponents, he will not give in until he gets beat down or emerges victorious. His happy-go-lucky personality takes a complete 180 after learning about Kite's death. When Neferopito stalled him and confessed that she can't revive him, Gon completely lost whatever little sanity he had left. He brought forth all the power he would have ever obtained in his life and used it to pummel the Chimera Ant into oblivion. Who knew seeing the end of Neferopito would have been this satisfying?